Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. You know what? Dance on them, Dev. Dance on them. Do that little weird dance that you do on top of the Rolls Royces, on top of the damn counter in shoe stores. Do that little weird dance you're doing in the hotel room. Dance on them, man. Let me tell y'all something. People still hating on Devin Haney. Jesus Christ, man. Yo. What's he have to do? Kill somebody in the ring? At this point, if you still find it hard to give Devin Haney, 25 years old, undisputed at 135, now took a WBC strap off of Regis program, right? If you still have a tough time giving him some kind of credit, then screw you. Horrible. Hold your horses. Let's stop taking it to the stupid. Devin Haney, I don't know what else, at this point, I'm going to tell you, I don't know what else he needs to do. And I'm one of the people who watched Devin Haney when he first turned pro. And I said, damn, this man reminds me of Floyd Mayweather. His ability to box, his reflexes, his counterpunching ability. But as he started moving up in competition, I was like, nah, I don't know how well he's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But what I realized when I watched him fight Linares, and I saw him get touched, I said, okay, up until that point, Devin Haney looked spectacular. But he got careless, he got confident, tried to prove a point that he had pop, he could hit, and Linares almost tranquilized him. 10 more seconds in that round, Devin Haney would have been knocked out. He would have had his first loss. Doesn't matter, it didn't happen. So when I watched it, I said, damn, he can get hurt. Then he goes on. He ends up getting an opportunity to fight Kambosos. Even then, I said, oh, he's about to get robbed. He's going to go over there. He's not going to be able to hurt him. It's going to be a mash-up, crash-up type fight because that's how the Aussie fights. And Devin Haney's going to go over there and lose. But he goes over to Australia and he wins. I mean, so one-sided that my head was spinning. Then he goes back to Australia, and then he wins again. I said, this is crazy. So I said, all right, he can fight, but let's look at his opposition. Okay, he fought Kambosos. Maybe Kambosos just got lucky with Teofimo. Maybe we shouldn't be giving Kambosos that much credit. Not so sure Devin Haney is the man. So then he comes and he fights Lomachenko. I'm like, oh, well, this is going to be it. Devin Haney about to lose. And he gets in that fight, and it was a tough fight. But Devin Haney, when you rewatch it, you got to rewatch it. He clearly won that fight. So I said, damn, this man beats Lomachenko. So I'm like, okay, he can fight. But I'm still not thinking he can bubble up to 140 and have much success against somebody like Regis Prograis. Then we see the Regis Prograis fight against Zorrilla. And then we said, hold our horses. We can't take it to the stupid. We got to be fair because Regis looked lost in there against Zorrilla. Now, I am going to say this. In regards to Devin Haney, people say, oh, he cherry-picked Regis. Even I was saying this is a cherry pick. But it's not like he's trying to cherry-pick a fighter devoid of skill. He's picking Regis Prograis at a time where Regis Prograis isn't looking his best anymore. But then I said, you know what? Someone pointed out to me, remember, Devin was calling Regis out. Nobody else, just Regis, before Regis fought Zorrilla. So I said, well, you know what? You're right. Well, we can't really say he's cherry picking, but obviously, out of everybody at 140, they saw something about Regis, and that made them want to go after him. Maybe they realized that Regis is short. Regis has a 5-6 inch difference in reach. Regis doesn't have educated feet like Devin Haney, and he doesn't quite have the speed of Devin Haney. So maybe those are the things that they were looking at when they were kind of writing everything on paper to say, hey, these are advantages, disadvantages, the pros and cons, and did a SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Maybe these are the things they did before they started talking about Regis. Anyway, they make the fight. Regis feels like, yeah, they're just picking me because of how horrible I looked against Zorrilla. I'm going to tell you, in the Zorrilla fight, Regis went back to his corner and asked him, what does he need to do? He was lost. He didn't know what to do with the boxer. He didn't know how to to close the distance and get beyond the jab of Zorrilla, and he didn't know what to do because every time he would try to get his offense off, Zorrilla was countering him and moving. So that told me, I immediately tweeted after that, I said, Regis will lose to Haney. And then you come fast forward to where we were last night, and you saw what happened. I'm not surprised. The one thing that surprised me was Devin Haney hurting him. Not the knockdown. I felt Devin Haney could knock him down. I also felt Regis in the early rounds, if he could get to him, he would knock him down, but then Devin Haney would get behind his jab and win. Devin Haney stayed behind his jab the whole night and made the fight easy. But I wasn't surprised Devin Haney knocked him down because I said if he hits him with something he doesn't see, he's going to get knocked down. You know, that's the punch that hurts you when you don't see it. What surprised me is that he hurt him. So at first was a knockdown, then I think a round or two later, he hurt Regis. He messed his equilibrium up for a moment. And there were multiple times throughout that fight where Devin Haney hurt him. So fast forward to where we are now. He's still being hated on. People say, oh, well, he shouldn't fight Matias. Oh, he shouldn't go to 147 and try to fight any fighters up there. Oh, he should leave Ryan Garcia alone. He better leave Rolly alone. He better leave Tank alone. What I'm going to tell you is this. Devin Haney keeps moving up the ladder as far as the caliber of opponents he's facing. In addition, you know, he just moved up to 140. Now he's looking at possibly making a big fight at 140 or going to 147. And this is the question we have to ask. How many boxers today are doing what Devin Haney's doing? And his peers who are hating on him, how many of them are doing what Devin Haney's doing? I heard somebody say the other day, Tank already did it. You know what I'm saying? He went up and fought Barrios at 140. He did. But who's doing what Haney's doing without the catch weights, without the rehydration clauses? Okay? Now, I'm not taking nothing away from Tank. Tank's a bad boy. But at this point in time, when you watch Regis program there last night, I'm going to be honest. Tank has more skill than Regis. Tank can box. He can mash up, crash up. Tank can do it all. But do you really think Tank is going to get in there against Devin Haney and it's going to be a one-sided fight? That's my question. Do you really think Teofimo Lopez is going to get in there against Devin Haney and it's going to be a one-sided fight? Do you think Rolly Romero is going to get in there against Devin Haney and it's going to be a one-sided fight? If you're saying that, well, then you're being biased. I just think those fights are not easy wins for anyone. Devin Haney finds a way to win in every single fight. And you know what I respect about him, but really about his dad? His dad is like, look, don't worry about it. Stay disciplined, which, you know, I'm all about discipline. And for those of you who say, why is discipline important to you? Because my definition of discipline is doing something that you hate like you love it. And you can see Devin deep down, I think he wants to try to fight, but he stays disciplined to get the win. And his dad in his corner is telling him the right stuff. Okay? But when you got a guy like Devin Haney, man, that's going to find a way to win, I just don't think it's right to sit here and say he's cherry picking, Regis was a bum, Devin can't win his next fight. Well, a lot of people have been saying that for a while. Devin Haney shut out Regis Prograis, two-time 140-pound champion. He shut out Regis Prograis just like he shut out everybody else that he fought. Quite simple. Okay? So, at this point in time, Devin Haney, two-division champion, what can he possibly do next? And I'm going off of what he's saying. I said this during my live. Devin Haney can go to Saudi. I've been talking about that, but last night, he can go to Saudi. And then what you hear Eddie Hearn say, he was already on the phone with Prince Turki Al Sheikh, I may be butchering his name, but he's on the phone with the Saudis right after the match. The Saudis want Devin Haney to come over there and fight. Now, this is the thing. You know, I don't know what the agreements are, but I do know when you go fight over there in Saudi Arabia, it's not like you just have a one and done. No, there's going to be a certain attachment to helping them use the sport of boxing to change the way the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is viewed by the international community, and they're doing this through sports. So we just got to see the price tag that comes with going over there and fighting in Saudi Arabia and making huge money, because it's going to cost the Saudis some money to pay you, but it's going to cost you some things too. And those there may be some things that are deal breakers, but at the end of the day, if they're going to pay this man $50 million, it may be worth it to kind of be, kind of on a leash with the Saudis for the next 3, 4, 5 years. I mean, $50 million is a lot of money. So we'll see what happens next. But for Regis Prograis, I think Regis Prograis, in a sense, has been exposed. Has he gotten old overnight? I don't know. I think Regis Prograis can come back and he'll do fine. Styles make fights. He just got in there with a guy with a style, Devin Haney, which was very similar to the guy with a style who he just fought, and he struggled with. And the same thing when he even fought Josh Taylor, when Regis Prograis, I would say, was really in his prime. The taller guys who can box, Regis Prograis will always be at a disadvantage because he started late and he has short arms and he doesn't really have long legs and everything, man. So Regis will always struggle. And you can see in the fight that he starts to get discouraged. He's mentally defeated and he can't figure it out. And the other thing that I noticed about Regis Prograis, he doesn't like getting hit. Now, I'm not saying anyone should like getting hit, but Regis doesn't like getting hit. When Regis Prograis was getting hit, you can see he doesn't like it. He becomes discouraged. He becomes gun shy. It's not like you hit him and he wakes up and then he converges on you. No, you hit Regis Prograis and he tends to want to stay away from you. You know what I mean? He tends to tuck his tail between his legs and start to kind of avoid those punches. He wasn't even slipping and getting inside. And he didn't even turn it into a Mayweather fight where he just said, you know what, I'm going balls to the wall. Throw an elbow, grab him, trip him, push him down. You know what I mean? Pick him up, body slam him. Do something to change the momentum of the fight. He didn't do anything. He just sat there, man, and just kind of in a fetal position the whole damn fight and just let Devin Haney, chicken peck him all night. But going forward, we'll see what's next for old Devin Haney. Dancing Devin, that's what I call him because he's on Rolls Royces doing the damn Monster Mash or whatever the hell dance he was doing. The Gully Creep. But we'll see what's next for him. We'll see what's next for Regis. But I'm just saying, man, I think people need to give Devin Haney more credit. Give his dad more credit. Devin Haney's 25 years old, man. How many 25? What were you doing at 25? You know what I'm saying? What were you doing? When you look at these young athletes who started a sport as a kid and stayed disciplined from the childhood, teen years, early adult life, and are doing great, just for that alone, man, he deserves credit. We can sit here and create content and make jokes and have fun, but when you really peel the layers back and get serious on these guys, and I'm talking about Devin Haney, he deserves a lot of credit. I'm going to tell you, man, coming from my background, I see what a lot of 25-year-olds were doing. Dumb as a box of rocks, lazy as hell, feel entitled, make you just want to put a pinch in their goddamn ribs. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it, man. Many years I've seen them. I almost cussed just now. Seeing those, Mickey Fickies, come through my section. You know what I'm saying? And they're just in the clouds. So to see him at 25 and what he's doing, is I gotta say to his dad, good job. Devin Haney's not perfect though. He's quirky. He got some shit about him. I'm like, yo. But at the end of the day, that his greatness far outweighs, those little minuscule kind of qualities that aren't really that favorable. Devin Haney's the truth, man. But they're still hating on him. Still hating on him. And I'm gonna tell you right now, with his style, it's gonna be hard for somebody to beat him. If I think about who do I think could give him problems, I think somebody who can jab with him. I think somebody who has good footwork like him. And I think somebody who can recognize when he's setting traps to where they can set traps too. Somebody was like, Shakur Stevenson, it still favors Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson can't mess with Devin Haney. I don't think so. But then again, styles make fights. But I just don't think Shakur can mess with him. I think Devin Haney's foot movement is better. I think Devin Haney's jab is a little bit better. I think Devin Haney lets his hands go more. And what's going to happen is Shakur is so defensive-minded. When Devin Haney's letting shots go, Shakur's just going to move straight back and move, and he's not going to let his hands go. So I think Shakur Stevenson will lose to Devin Haney due to his inactivity. And I truly believe that will happen. As long as you're punching, Shakur doesn't punch. And Devin Haney can punch. He has a decent output from the first second of the first round to the last second of the last round. And I just think his work rate will nullify everything Shakur tries to do. And I think Shakur will lose that fight to Devin Haney. As far as Tank Davis, it's kind of hard to say Tank loses because of that bomb of a left hand and power in his right hand. But I just don't think that's an easy win. What's his name? Rolly Romero? He's so awkward. You just don't know what happens in that fight. But again, I got to look at Rolly's style. He doesn't really do well with someone who can box. Rolly does a lot of lateral movement and he lunges in. But I think Rolly would have better success than Regis because Rolly will actually will try to fight him, will rough him up. Rolly will get to him. And Rolly will risk losing a point by doing that damn judo that he knows. Okay? And then when it comes to Subriel Matias, hey, if Subriel Matias can keep his hands up and cut Devin off and walk him down like he did Ergashev and like he does everyone else and just starts to touch him, Subriel Matias will have some success. I just think it's not that easy to do with somebody who has educated feet, man, and an educated jab. Educated feet and educated jab. Like that's the recipe to getting a win in this damn 140-pound division. That being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, 7 continents. Devin Haney, man, great job to that young man. They're still hating on him. I don't know what he has to do. You know, what's he got to do? Go up and fight Tyson Fury? Give the man some credit. Whether you think he's the best at 140, 147, that's cool. No issue. We all have opinions, but to just come and say that he's a bum, I mean, come on now. At this point, y'all still talking like that about Devin? Stop taking it to the stupid. Y'all eat something good. Enjoy your Sunday. I'm in the breeze.